The Ezra Miller situation continues to get worse for Warner Brothers and for DC, and it looks like, at least behind the scenes, they finally made a decision that they are done with Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller reportedly no longer part of the DCEU plan after The Flash. Of course, The Flash doesn't come out for another year. Who knows what they're going to do with that? We're going to talk about the possible options they have. But honestly, this shouldn't come as a surprise. The only thing that people are surprised about is that it took them this long. After months of Ezra Miller being arrested in Hawaii, assaulting numerous people, getting, I think, over 15 calls with the police when the time Ezra Miller was in that city in Hawaii. Ridiculous. Then we get accusations of grooming, that he groomed a 12-year-old who is now 18 and refusing to come home with her parents, brainwashed her. And then, of course, just a day or two ago, another 12-year-old has a story to tell about Ezra Miller. 12-year-old granted order of protection against Ezra Miller. The Daily Beast spoke with the alleged victim, a 12-year-old non-binary child. This is what's going on. You have people with mental illness that Ezra Miller is then surrounding himself with, and he's able to hold sway over them. The parents of these non-binary children, the parents of these activists, the one that he's supposedly groomed from 12 to 18, right? These people are just as big of a part of a problem as everyone else. To let a freak like Ezra Miller have this close connection to your children who are already clearly have mental problems, this is lunacy. And this story was all about Ezra Miller, who, when he wasn't getting what he wanted, he ended up showing a gun to them and threatening them. Said things could get real bad for you if you don't listen to me. This is insane, but this is the first thing that Zaslav, since he took over Warner Brothers, is going to have to deal with. Zaslav's first movie, Crisis, what to do with Ezra Miller, the erratic star of Warner Brothers' $200 million Flash franchise launch. Even though it is on Warner Brothers' release calendar, the new Warner Brothers Discovery CEO, David Zaslav's first movie, Crisis, because of the escalating coverage of incidents of volatile and odd behavior involving the film star Ezra Miller. We obviously know about all this shit. We've been talking about it for really months now about what Ezra Miller is doing. Deadline has heard the studios tried getting help for Miller, but the troubling headlines continue to pile up. Could you send a potential liability on a global publicity tour and have the actor anchor a huge studio franchise play? He has several choices, and Zaslav will make one of them soon. Among them, he can pull back on promoting the film, confining it to some P&A and no publicity tour, or he can put it towards streaming on HBO Max and take a write-down, or lean in to make the movie a hit and drop Miller if they can't straighten things out. Warner Brothers did Warner Brothers did that when it dropped Johnny Depp from the Grindelwald character in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. How did that play out? That movie lost money for Warner Brothers once you recast Johnny Depp all over allegations. Yet here we have Ezra Miller, who you have refused to get rid of, who at this point it's too late in the game to recast because Ezra Miller is playing not just one Barry Allen, but at least two Barry Allens in this. That would probably, you'd have to refilm almost the entire film, and it would push it back even more. So what do you do if you're Warner Brothers? That's the situation they're looking at right now. Sources said even if no more allegations surface, the studio won't likely keep Miller in the Flash role in future DC films. That would mean replacing him in the future, but there's still a $200 million investment on the line with the first film, and Warner Brothers execs had to be cringing at each new press report. The hope is the scandal will remain at a low level before the movie's released and hope for the best to turn out. This is embarrassing. And I think what most people would probably want to see is them just take a stand right now and say, we're done, we're separating ourselves from Ezra Miller. That's what would happen if it were a lot of other people in this situation. But because Ezra Miller is a freak, because he identifies as non-binary, transgender, whatever, because he has all the right politics, they probably won't do that. They're not going to do that. They'll let Flash come out, then they're going to separate ways with him, and they'll finally be done with Ezra Miller. But I will say, maybe not the best time to release this new variant cover based off of Ezra Miller's The Flash. This is Andy Muschietti's variant cover for The Flash, Fastest Man Alive. Maybe not have it look like a naked Ezra Miller is running away from, Chris Hansen or something like that. It's kind of what this creepy cover looks like. But I don't know if there's any good news when it comes to Ezra Miller. The only one would be if Warner Brothers finally decides they've had enough of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.